Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Empress Aries 888. My name is Tanya. Well, please like on the way in. Gives me an energetic donation to the channel. Helps me tune into YOU. Flip the roles as you see fit. Take what resonates from this reading and leave the rest. And we're going to put a little smoke cleanse on the subject. There we go. Cleanse the space. Yes. Set your intentions. And let's call in spirit. Let's get this party started, shall we? Spirit guides and angels of your wettest light, please give me a clear message for the collective, one that brings healing, hope, and understanding of this situation. Protect me as I open myself up to channel these messages and protect my beautiful collective. Well, hello there. These are timeless readings, my friends, so anytime that you tuned in, I certainly do appreciate that, and I hope there's a message for you. But if it doesn't fit, quit. Leave this message for someone else. Take what resonates off of it. I do point out astrological signs, but it is not astrologically focused, if that's a word. And let's get into the reggae, please. I got a laburnite. It's so beautiful. And it's for like psychic abilities, transformation. It's an energy shift. And this is what we need today, an energy shift. Maybe to cut out any mindsets that are no longer serving us, people in our life that are toxic, that do not align with our higher good. Obviously, if it's family, it's a sensitive thing, but we really need to, I feel like it's not just mental health, it's also spiritual health. There you go. Set your intentions. And this is a good way of doing that. We also need to be grounded, so we'll do selenite sticks and cleansing, grounding, cleansing. We'll do that with the selenite sticks. Spirit, remove any negative energy that's here. Thank you, Spirit. We will also do black obsidian for grounding and protection. We always need protection and grounding. Please help us, Spirit, to do those things as well. Thank you, Spirit. All right, and of course, like I said, any sound sensitivities, please lower your volume because I'm going to put the nut rattle out and I can make some noise. As it should. Makes a lot of noise. I love that. I'm a noisy girl, baby. Not nosy, noisy. All right, black tourmaline. That's for protection as well. May it get to the people that need it. May it help those that are seeking it. As I wish, so shall it be. Amen. Okay, then we're going to do and of course I want to say, I love y'all. Those that are so loyal to the channel, those that get something out of my readings, that's what I do it for. I thank you so much. And this is a beautiful, I just love the purpliness of it, the royalness of it. And God knows I can't even like explain what it is. Amethyst, thank you, Spirit. Amethyst is so beautiful. It's so royal, and it's just so loving and grounding and just a happy color. I love it. So I wish that for you today. Happiness, joy in your life. You are royal. Always remember that. Believe in the power of love. Believe in the power of forgiveness. And know that every day is a new day to change and transform. And that's what we're here for. We're here to help in that avenue. If you're looking for transformation, this is where you get it. You have to recognize what it is that you're doing wrong in order for you to know how to change. Sometimes my readings can be harsh, but I feel like for some people they need that little kick in the ass in order for them to get the point, right? So I'm going to ring the gong, and if you're sensitive to sound, please turn down your volume. In 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you so much for that. I needed that. I needed those 3 gongs. Okay. So let's get into it. I'm going to do the Kipper. Start out with the Kipper. See what we can get with that. And this is the lunchtime rewind, baby. I don't have any songs particularly. I don't know why. Well, I do have a song. I shouldn't say I don't. I always have a damn song in my head. And this song, I don't know why I'm hearing it. It just will not leave my head. My eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand on you. My eyes adored you. I don't know why. For a couple of days I've been hearing this song. It was from Frankie Vallee. So close and yet so far. Yeah. So somebody might have had this relationship where it was never cemented. It was, what is it called? Failure to launch. But it was a energetic connection. And it wasn't something that ever took place like a sexual connection. It was more like admiration, maybe friendship. But their eyes adored you. So give me something on this, Spirit. What do you got here for? I don't know if this is going to matter, but it's been in my head, so I had to say it. And thank each and every one of you for tuning in, showing up, and being loyal to the channel. I so appreciate that. As I mentioned, I'm going to mention it again because it just means something to me. This is an energy exchange. This is when you come on this channel, you know, when you click on this channel, you're agreeing for me to read your energy. And I so appreciate that, because if I can help in any way, that's what I'm here for. All right, Spirit. Now, enough said with my admiration for my collective, because I do admire them so much. Spirit, you know it. You know it. This is sincerity. This ain't bullshit. All right, so we got here occupation. So this could have been a person that you met at work. Okay. Oh my goodness, something want to fly out. What is this? A gift in the reverse. I don't know what that's about. We'll find out. Spirit, come through. One more. The power of 3. Mature woman in the reverse. Okay, so thoughts are here at the bottom of the deck. Let's go with that. So somebody is thinking about you. Now, like I said, look at my finger. This is so messy. Oh my goodness, I got to get some rose water. Clear out the energy here. My hands here. All right. All right, so somebody could be thinking about you at work, or the thoughts of the past, maybe when you worked with this person. You worked with this, teamed up with this person on some level. Mature in the verse, so this could have been when they were younger, or they have a maturity difference between the two of you. Take what resonates with that. Gift in the reverse. So maybe you were a gift that they didn't see, but their thoughts are with you. Spirit, can you give me something about this gift? What's the gift about, Spirit? Can you explain the gift to me? Spirit, the gift. Unexpected income. 9 is like, it's 27, but if you put in numerology, you add the 2 numbers together to get 1 number, and that's 9. So that's almost completion. So maybe you're getting some income, or income's going to be coming towards you. If you haven't received that yet, you will be receiving it, is what I'm hearing. So unexpected income. Maybe they wanted to give you some money. They want to give you some money. Maybe they weren't ever able to give you, like, be generous to you and give you things. Maybe you were a gift to this person, but they never gifted you anything, and they want to now, is what I'm hearing. What's the mature woman about, Spirit? Can you give me a card on that, please? Thank you. Message in the reverse, so they're not talking to you. This person is maybe thinking in their mind, I'm being immature. 7 is important here, because 7's been here several times. See, when you do the 34, it's 7. 7's here, there, 7's here, there, 7's here, there. So 777 could be important. 7 is luck. Look it up as far as numerology, what it means, but 7 could be important. 7 could be the month of your birth. 7 could be when you met this person. You could have known this person for 7 years. Take it how it resonates. But there's something here with the immaturity. There's a change that wants to take place. This person wants to change. Wants to change the separation between the two of you, or wants to change the distance, wants to close the distance between the two of you. What's the gift about, Spirit? Can you tell me what the gift is about? Thinking about you as a gift. They're seeing you as a gift. Adjudication. Ooh, in the reverse though. So Something could be a legal matter. Maybe you were married to this person, or I don't think so, because the song says, my eyes adored you, though I never laid a hand. All right, so there could be legal matters this person is going through right now. Yeah, it could be. What's the adjudication about? Community in the reverse. Someplace where they used to reside, or a relationship that they're in. There could be a divorce. Because family room is in the reverse. So they lost something here. Maybe they were married at the time, or they were in a commitment at the time when they knew you. And now they're going to be having legal matters, or having some sort of situation that's going on with the person that they're with. Something fell on the floor. It always has to be, in order to be one of my readings. 33 is important. Maybe you met this person when they were 33. Concern. They're concerned about a family situation that they're in. So they could have been in a situation, so they couldn't come towards you because they were in a relationship with somebody else. With the main female in the reverse. So this is somebody that's no longer their main squeeze, if you want, 11 on the clock. Somebody that they had a connection with, somebody they could have had a community, a family life with, somebody they chose over you, or somebody they did not go towards you because they were kind of blocked by this person. Yes. Maybe you had expectations that this relationship would go somewhere, but 28's here, so that's 10, so it's completion. It's like an ending. Lovers in the reverse, they chose somebody else and chose poorly. They did. They took a different path. And look, courthouse, I'm telling you, journey. So if there's an ending to this situation, 10's here. So there's a completion to this relationship they're in. Courtship. I feel like they would love to be able to come towards you again, journey to you, and have this courtship with you. It says despair, but in reverse. So they're trying to think positively about what they've done in the past, or maybe heal from things that they've done in the past. They're mature now where they weren't in the past. Maybe that's something they want to tell you. I'm not at the same age, I'm not at the same place in my life when I did not choose you. Official person. So they could have a title, a status, and this could be legalities that they're ironing out in court too, because official could be court, because there was adjudication and there was courthouse. So they're working their way back to you is what I'm hearing. That's another song. Poverty. 10, poverty. There's something here with money. They might have had financial constraints at the time when they knew you. They could have had financial constraints up until this point, but they're coming out of it because it's 37 leading to 10, which is completion and moving on to a different cycle. So they've been through shit in life. And I feel like with this person, they had to go through these things in life in order for them to come out a better version of themselves. They didn't think much of themselves, and they chose a person who didn't think much of them either. A person who chose them based on their status, based on their money, based on what they could do for them. And they had to go down that pathway. Maybe they were used to connections like that, and that was more familiar to them than a person such as yourself that was innocent, that was loving, that was kind to them. And you think to yourself, what is wrong with that? And there's absolutely nothing wrong with being any of those things. In fact, those are beautiful attributes. But when a person is sick inside, meaning mentally, emotionally, they're not going to appreciate that, and they're not going to believe in it, to be honest with you. They're going to say, this is a phony, this is a person who's not real, this is a person you can't trust, because they trust people that are manipulative. They're used to people that are trifling. They're people that are like scammers. They're used to people that are liars. That's the kind of people that are going to downgrade them. They're not used to people that are going to build them up. So when they met you, they thought you were a liar. Sorry to trigger something in you, but that's how they felt. And it's only through separation and watching you from a distance, right? My eyes adore you, that they realize how wonderful you were and you were genuine. And then now they're kicking their ass about it because now they let that genuine person get away from them. And they were in despair for a long time, going through the motions of a relationship they weren't happy with, and the other person wasn't either. And yet they stayed together for the money, the children, whatever, the real estate. But they were really suffering in poverty. And, financially, they were living beyond their means. But now they're coming out of it, they're mature, and they're realizing what it is that they want and what they're no longer going to settle for. I feel like they settled for this person, even though it looked on the outside that they really got a prize. Because this person might be gorgeous, this person might be hot to trot. And everybody was like wanting this person, right? I wish that I had Jesse's girl, but in reality, behind closed doors, I'm hearing this person doesn't wash properly in areas where, you know, sacral chakra, root chakra, if you know what I'm saying. Don't wash properly, smell, don't care, doesn't wash their hair, doesn't take a shower on a regular basis, hygiene is so-so, and their personality is just as rotten. Okay? Empress is here. So you are every queen of the deck, but in order for you to get to this status, you have to go through an awful lot in your life too. So there could have been a trauma bond that you had with this person. You could have been a friend to this person, a co-worker to this person, and you told them scenarios of your situation. Maybe they could relate, they were a good listener, whatever the case, but nothing ever came of it. And you moved on with your life and they moved on with theirs, but it was never something where they forgot you. And I don't think really you forgot this person either. But you went through stuff in life to get to an empress status or empress status. It doesn't matter. Gender, regardless of gender. And if I say he or she, don't get hung up on that. Just replace it with they or them, whatever pronoun you want to use, okay? But you had to go through some shit in life in order for you to elevate to the status you are today. 10 of Pentacles is here. So, like I said, there's an ending here of poverty. Maybe you have gone through poverty in your life as well. Money situations, living paycheck to paycheck. But there is going to be a change in that. And there's going to be a change in status. As well as for, I believe, this other person has worked very hard to get themselves to a situation where they can take a breath and not have to worry that they're not going to have the money. Pentacles is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But this takes time, right? It takes time. It's not an easy thing. You're a strong person. And I feel like you've been through shit that this person sees, recognizes, and now is drawing from that in order for them. You're an example to this individual. You're a person that if they can do it, I can do it, and they're trying really hard to be like you. That's what I'm hearing. You have changed this person's life. It took time, but you've changed this person's life. Never get it twisted. When we come to this earth, we don't come to this earth for no reason. We come to transform. And we always, regardless of whether we're hermit state or we are antisocial or we have any type of social phobias or disorders, we change people's lives just being on this earth breathing. Our example is something that people can draw from and people look to. You ever hear of that saying, pay it forward? Confirmation, you're hearing all this. It's trash day, so you're going to hear noise. Sorry. I can't help the trash day. It's a good thing that we have trash collectors, and I certainly do thank them for their work. I'm just letting them go by a little bit. Hang on. But it's like when they had that saying, pay it forward was not for no reason. This was somebody that did something good for somebody else, and the person who received that good act, that good, whatever it was, monetarily paid for a meal or opened the door for that person, whatever, now this person's paying it forward, doing it to somebody else. That's what paying it forward is. Whatever good act was done to you, you do in kind to somebody else. Pay it forward. So you were that type of person. And in our lives, we do that, whether we know it or not. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are paying it forward, and people are watching our example. So you are an example to this person by being kind to this person, maybe listening to them, as well as also sharing your circumstances with this person. Now they're seeing you on a glow up, and, you know, their eyes adore you. Two of Cups, maybe they've always had this feeling, fellow feeling, or loving feeling for you. They have an emotional bond. And even if distance and time have passed, they still feel that. And I feel like in this situation, they're even more in love with you than they were in the beginning, because now they're seeing such a kind and generous person. And I feel like with this person who may be jaded, they're having hope in humanity, that there is a person that exists in the world like you. And that's a good thing. Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. I feel like they have a lot of emotions for you, even if they don't have any of the astrological signs here. They are fully tuned into you. And they are heavily thinking about you. And you might think about them sometimes, wondering, why do I think about this person? It's because they're heavily thinking about you, my friend. Oh, hell yeah, they are. Any other cards here for the Two of Cups? And they want to offer their cup of love to you. They're going through stuff, or they have gone through stuff. The King of Wands is here. And this is an ambitious person, an energetic person. I feel like a person that may be creative, but also a person who is very attractive. And people might like this person a lot. They might have options. Aries, Leo, Sag is the King of Wands. Yes. They have a lot of options. And because of their attractiveness and their social butterflyness about the King of Wands. But I feel like with the King of Wands, when you get to King status, you're more balanced in your energy, where you're not so flighty, not so rushing in like the Knight of Wands. More like aware of people, humanity, and your sexuality, and where you are in the world in that regards. You're more balanced, I would say, when you get to that point. Spirit, come through. Maybe that's who's coming towards you, is the King of Wands. It's the person who's very handsome, very sexy, very attractive, and very tuned into you. Or you could be this King of Wands that they're wanting to get with. Flip the roles. There's something you've mastered. But I feel like, as far as if we're reading on this person, they've mastered something. Maybe they're working on something too. Like I said, there's like this connection that you have with each other, but there could be a mirroring. They're watching you master something and elevate. They see your strength. They know you would be the perfect match for this person. They want to match up with you. Yes, but there's conflict and competition. Five of Wands. There's somebody here that is not going to allow it, and it could be the devil energy, somebody that they're connected to, somebody that is financially dependent on this person and is holding on, codependent on this person. Wheel of Fortune's here, though. Maybe because of this person's fortune. Maybe because of this person's fortune, the wheel is changing for this person. Yes, 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 yes. The choices, the fantasies, the opportunities. Seven of Cups. The options. There is an element of that where you could have options. But I feel like there was an illusion at one time that was placed in front of this person. Yeah, it was. And I feel like the person they were with is the one that did that to them. Four of Swords wants to come out. It was at the bottom of the deck. Now it's thrown out. Something that in contemplation and in recovering, finding inner peace, this is something you both had to find. And Swords is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, astrologically. There's a lot of emotional component here, but there's also a lot of gameplay and just fuckery, just tomfuckery. It's like so much was put in the path of the, it was like, why did we even meet if we couldn't even be together? It's like, maybe you question that, but it's like you needed to meet in order for you to transform. This could be your twin flame, but this is a person who needed to learn their lessons and you needed to learn yours. And confirmation again. You have one truck that's garbage, one truck that's, recycling, so excuse the noise. But there is an element of having to learn lessons that might have been very similar. If you trauma bonded because of situations, then you probably have trauma, and you needed to heal from that. And they did too. They do too. So past, present, or future energy is always at play, my friends. The Queen of Swords. Independent. A leader, a good communicator. This could be either or, one of the other. But balance. Swords is balance. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. I feel like you both have gotten to mature, and you both have been working on yourselves. You both have been working on, monetarily working to create some sort of legacy of fortune for yourselves. And you're at a different place in life. Maybe you've thought of this person fondly from time to time. But definitely this person thinks fondly of you and wants a chance to show you and be generous to you and gift you something. They've had their challenges. They might have gone through a marriage, a breakup, maybe more than once, not the marriage, but the breakups with people, because they've had a lot of illusions and options, and maybe the good-lookingness kind of drew in, a lot of different groupies. But I feel like there's a change in the wind. The wheel is moving. It's not so stuck anymore, and it's going to move you two maybe closer together is what I'm hearing. I think so. 9 of Wands is here. You've both been really resilient and going through shit in life, and it's created this tough exterior now. Maybe you're more guarded against people and their gameplay, but maybe you needed to be. I'm trying to think if I did all my cards. I know I didn't do. I left some on the table here. What did I do? Okay, I just did that. So let's go into this. I got a couple more cards here, but I feel like union is. I feel like if this is your twin flame, there's going to be an element of meeting this person again. I'm telling you. Something is in the wind, man. It's not just a retrograde. It's like it's time. Years have gone by, and I feel like this is a union year. 7 is important. Could be the 7th year you've been apart from this person. The 7's here again. Yeah, what is this about? Ooh, spirit, come through. Yeah, storm. The storm and the transformation. What the two of you have been through has transformed you both. What does this say? Ancient teachings illuminating the mind. Yep, you've been, what is it called? Elevated. Yeah. It's like you're learning ancient teachings from your ancestors, but something's happened where now you're being cracked open. Yeah, you're being cracked open now. And those teachings are actually formulating something. This is why, it said you were learning something. So you're learning about your ancestry. You're learning about maybe your gifts that you have from the universe. And another one on the bloody floor. Justice is coming. Okay, amen. So maybe they want to call you or text you or meet you somewhere where they can tell you they're sorry. They want to tell you about what happened. Feline, mystic cats. You could have a cat that's warding off evil in your house. Always thank your cats, because the cats are very spirit animals, and they can feel energies, negative energies that are coming towards you, and a lot of times they absorb them. So thank your cat. You want to cut through the confusion, or this person does. They no longer want to be stuck in their head about you. They want to know how you feel. Unexpected income is here again. I feel like money is coming towards you. And look at this, the evil entity has left, returned to sender, breaking a curse. So something has happened where this person has been set free. Yes, because they don't want to deal with whatever, has blocked them from you in the past. It could have been people, lies said about you or on you, and that's what kept them from you. Or even about this person, people are trying to say stuff about them. Yes, so I feel like there is something coming. They're coming towards you. I believe they are. Energy shift, yeah. An energy shift as well as a mind shift. This person wants you. It's about to backfire. Plans failed, backlash, karma, but it's in the reverse. So whatever plans is returning to sender, they're not going to get their way. Bad health or illness. This person could be suffering from stress, could be suffering from something energetically. Yeah, dispelling an illusion. There was an illusion that the two of you were not meant to be together. And I feel like somebody put that in their head, whether it was the person they were with, it was some sort of negative, like they had, like I said, a lot of choices and a lot of groupies or people that like them. There could have been one or more of them that didn't want them to see you or come towards you if you worked in that same environment. But there's an illusion being broke about you, and I'm telling you right now, something is being changed, and something's changing in the wind for the two of you to be together, or at least to reunite in this lifetime for whatever, work on something. I'm not sure, but let's see if we can find out one last time before I go. One last time. I got this cards, and I got 2 more cards. I know, it's long, but woman was in the reverse. Let's see, what's this say? Moon in the reverse. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. Any type of illusion that was set up and placed in front of the two of you to blind you, to veil the truth about who you two were to each other, is being lifted. You're no longer being bound by anybody's expectations or anybody's gossip. Yeah. Anybody's gossip or anybody's jokes. Maybe they were joking about you if you were older or younger, whatever. Yeah. Man is here. It's a masculine energy. Could be a female, masculine, doesn't matter. But there was an illusion, maybe placed in front of you, or both you and them, that you weren't right for each other for some reason. Somebody said lies about you, and that made this person leery about coming towards you, but they could have been in a commitment, or you could have at the time as well, so that kind of blocked the situation. Yeah, ring, say commitment. Yeah, so there could have been a ring, a marriage, stork, could have had children. Children could be a factor in the middle of this as well. Yeah, one or both of you could have children. Yeah, a child is here. One or both of you could have a child. 4 children is here, because 13, you add it together, it's 4. So there could be, like, you could have 2 kids, 3 kids. They could have 2 kids, whatever. It could equal 4 kids. But their heart is with you. You're a star, so you're their wish fulfillment. They had to cut out people and situations and even their mindset. A death and ending. Yeah. There could be religious differences, but cross means you're going through stuff in life. So the 2 of you had to go through hell. They want to message you. Okay? They want to message you because you're the key. You're the key. They feel like the key to their happiness. Their head has been in the clouds. They've been under an illusion. Even in their own, like, self-absorbed situations, they have caused their own misery in a lot of ways, you know, but I feel like that's changing. Yeah, you're a blessing in their life. They've thought of you so fondly over the years. They've watched you grow over the years, and it's given them the courage to do the same. Face those challenges, you know, walk through that fire. Realize on the other side of it that, you know, and we're not as stuck as we think we are. They have done all of that because of you. And they've adored you from a distance. But they don't want that distance anymore. They want to come towards you and at least shoot their shot. I really feel like they want to shoot their shot. Spirit, give me a message here. A couple more cards from the tarot about this. The clouds. What's the clouds about, Spirit? Maybe other people have put them in the clouds too, as far as magically. Dark magic. The hangman. Keeping the 2 of you separate and time going by so that you miss your blessing. Yeah, it's true. I feel like people have wanted that separation, and I don't know why. What is this? 2 of Wands. Yeah, timelines. Like, not having a new beginning. This is what people have wanted. It's craziness. But you wouldn't believe how many people stick their nose where it doesn't belong for whatever reason. If they can't have happiness, they're here for a reason to break your heart, right? 3. But it's mending. And this one, this 3 of Swords is, yeah, you've been stabbed in the back, stabbed in the heart. Yes, you've gone through a heartbreak, but it's mending. So the both of you are on the mend. 3 of Wands keeps wanting to come out. It's like the ship's coming in, going on adventures, having an opportunity. They want that with you. They want that with you. Yes, Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, an opportunity to have abundance, stability, a life. They're having hope in that. They want to have hope in you. Ace of Wands is here, this new beginning, this new opportunity to come towards you. They want that. What is this? 6 of Pentacles. To be generous. This is what I'm saying. They want to be generous. They want to gift you something. Anything else, Spirit, about this? Okay. 2 of Cups is in the reverse. So yeah, stuck energy, divisions, a breakup. I think they're going through that right now. They're breaking up with somebody, and this is like what, the High Priestess in reverse. Ooh, damn. Oh my God, lots of vices and keeping them stuck. This is a person using magic to keep them stuck. But this is an Emperor now. This is no longer just a knight or a page. They have a choice. They're at a crossroads yet again to make a decision. Yeah. I feel like they're going to choose you. I feel like they're going to choose happiness, Page of Pentacles. They might not have much still, right? They're growing their funds like you. They're growing, they're learning. But I feel like it's not going to matter because I don't feel like that was a factor that was in their head about money. Maybe they felt like you were materialistic. Yeah, maybe. Queen of Cups in reverse, because this is the person that they're used to being with. Somebody materialistic and me, 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 me. The Lovers, they want to make a different choice. They want to choose love and they want to choose happiness. That's right, they do. Six of Swords, they got to leave something in order for that to happen. Move on in order for that to happen, right? Because the world is giving up something in order to gain something, and they haven't done that yet. They haven't done that yet. Yeah. Because they're afraid of rejection, I think. They're here for, because they're married, because they're in a traditional connection, it's not as easy for them to get out of it in their mind. Maybe that person's threatening them. Maybe that person's trying to keep them with them. Yes, the Queen of Pentacles. But this is a taker that they're with. The Queen, they're just somebody that is overly focused on money. And maybe they were your person at the time. Maybe they were the Queen of Pentacles too. Man or woman. And they were too focused on money. But I feel like they need to get out of that. And not worry so much about what they have, they don't have. And worry and just be happy about what they do have. Once they can be, have that gratitude, then Spirit will give them more. It's a stuck energy, but it's a self-imposed stuck energy. That's all I have for you today on Empress Aries 888. But let me do one more thing. I'm going to say this. Let me say, Spirit, what? Who is it that we're talking about? Scorpio. Pisces. Capricorn. Okay, that's it. That's all I have for you today on Empress Aries 888. Please like and subscribe and join this tribe, this soul tribe, because I'd love to have you as part of my soul family. Until next time, be safe out there, my friends. Be blessed.